All right, y'all. We're going to wait for a few more people to come in because... What was I getting ready to do? Oh, shoot. Yeah, I was going to do something. Anyway, we're going to wait for a few more people to come in because I was really trying not to say anything about this story. But, y'all know, I have to say something about this story. Like, I really have to say something about it. So, we're going to talk about it for a few minutes, and I'm going to tell you how I feel about it because it's not right. So, we're going to take a few minutes to talk about it. But, there's two things we're going to talk about, right? That's in the news. And I'm telling y'all, I really have been just trying to, hey Gemini, I really have been trying to just be quiet, mind my business, not say anything. But this is getting to the point, like, you know what, listen here, okay? So, one of the stories is about the young lady, Carlee Russell. And I know that you all have heard about that story. We're going to get into that. And then the other story was the one... about the young lady, Carlee Russell. Sorry, y'all. The other one was the one that I saw today, that came across my page today. And it was about this lady who is claiming to be a lottery winner. Like, and I said, you know, I'm just like, I know what's going on, but I'm just like, you know what? I don't know what goes through people's minds, but we're going to talk about it tonight because those are like two really big stories. And that's why sometimes I love, you know, I don't love social media. I won't say I love social media, but I'm okay with being on social media. And then sometimes I just don't like it because, you know, I feel like social media is starting to make people just do crazy stuff. And people want attention, you know. He said, I want to be a lottery winner too. yeah, Gemini, the baby on the side of the road, because there was no baby, right? There was no baby. But there's people who want to be popular so bad. They want to, you know, they want that name recognition. They look on other people's pages and they feel like, oh, you got thousands and thousands or millions of followers or viewers, and they want the same thing. And people get caught up in this mess. So here we are. And people, you know, and some of y'all might get mad at what I'm about to say, because everything is not a mistake. And you can blame it on mental illness. You can blame it on mental illness if you want to, but sometimes that's a cop out. You know, it's a cop out. Everything is not mental illness. Everything is not, oh, it's a mistake. Now let's talk about Carlee Russell for a minute. Let me just go ahead and get into it. That GoFundMe thing. That's what they want. Gemini, yes. Okay. See, I'm telling y'all, I've been trying to be good, but I got to talk about this. And for those of you who don't know me, like, I baptize people because I am a chaplain. I'm a chaplain. And instead of cussing people out, I baptize them. So I'm gonna have to baptize Carlee Russell tonight and this lottery winner lady, because they just doing the most. And, you know, the Carlee Russell case, there are so many people, and even in Baltimore right now, we have so many young black girls missing, and a lot of times people are saying it's because of the sex trafficking and everything, and I do believe that because I can't say who it is, but somebody that I know almost got sex trafficked a couple months ago. And it's serious, you know, even the way that they approached her and the way that they were doing stuff. But the thing is, you know, this Carlee Russell young lady, she touched a lot of nerves. First of all, let me back up. When we heard that elaborate story, okay, first of all, and it kind of, for a few seconds, it crossed my mind, like, because I've been to, my father's from Alabama. And I've been on that road before. So I was just like, I don't know if a 2-year-old can actually walk on, that's like a highway. But okay. She said she saw the 2-year-old. So then my mind went to, it's a possibility that she did see. I don't know why my thing does this on Instagram. Every time I get on Instagram, it's not working. So, see, they make me sick, and they do this stuff too because they want to irritate you and make you, do crazy stuff and pay money for ads. I ain't paying for no ads. If it don't work, it don't work. But anyway, so she came up with this elaborate scheme, and the thing about it, when it happened, everybody's hearts just went out because, first of all, if you are a mother, okay, a parent, I'm not even gonna say a mother. If you are a parent, like, your heart goes out because you're like, what? A child is walking on the highway? What? And then, this young lady, she's in her car and she's trying to get home, but, she was kind enough to call 911 and, tell the 911 people that, I see this little boy and he don't have shoes on and this and that. So you're pulling at everybody's heartstrings. Oh yeah, I hear you, Yolanda, I hear you. And so she's pulling at everybody's heartstrings. Good, Miss Josephine. And, Miss Jacqueline, I'm sorry, Miss Jacqueline, I have my glasses on. She's tugging at everybody's heartstrings, talking about this little boy, and then she said a Caucasian boy, no shoes on, he got a diaper on it. And then after she does that, you calling your what was it, another family member. She's calling them up. And you're doing all of this and you're talking to the 911 people, and the lady on 911 is telling her, because I don't know, I'm going to see if I can pull up this 911 call so y'all can hear it. But, she's doing all of this, and even the people, the 911 lady is like, please follow the little boy. Like, please follow him. Don't leave. She's like, oh, sure, yeah, I can follow him. And then even when the people, now this is my thing too, because see, I got all kinds of thoughts running through my mind at this moment, because I'm thinking, okay, if she is on the highway and all of these people are driving on the highway, nobody else saw this little boy but her. She's the only one that saw this little boy walking on the highway. I don't believe, we got a lot of mean people in this country, but I don't believe that people are that mean and cruel that they would see a little kid, not even they could be maybe 10 or 9 or 10 years old, that they would just keep driving. Somebody's going to pull over. So before Carly got there, I'm sure if there was a child walking on that highway, somebody would have pulled over and called 911. I just had so many thoughts going through my mind, but I didn't want to come on and do it live because I didn't want people saying, oh, Lady J, you shouldn't say this, or you should, because, see, the wheels was turning in my head like this story is not making sense. Okay, so then all of a sudden, she and the people at 911 told her to wait. So she supposedly is waiting. At least that's what we all thought, So we hanging on, we hanging on. And all of a sudden, she goes missing. The little boy she said a Caucasian boy. The little boy goes missing. And the police get to the car, they find her wig, and a couple other things in the car, and she had a BMW, and suddenly everybody has disappeared. And I'm telling you, I didn't want to say anything, but I said, you know what? Hey, Jason, I said, you know what? I got to baptize her. So I got to baptize her, because maybe they should have baptized her when she was little, if they didn't, because sometimes you got to touch these kids and pray over them, and maybe she didn't do that. And so I'm going to do it for you. And so all of a sudden she is missing. We see her mother on social media, and my heart again, Again, because I'm a mother. And the last call that you, listen, I live in Baltimore City. You know, the last call that you want to get as a parent, mother or father, is that your child is missing, your child has been killed, you know, or something crazy about your child. So, you know, when her mother was talking, y'all not going to like what I'm getting ready to say. Y'all not going to like what I'm getting ready to say. But I'm going to say it anyway. Because I've been holding this in a long time. When her mother was talking, right, I said, okay, all right. So, your daughter's missing. Check that box. They done took a wig off, whoever it was. You know, so maybe they dragged her and, you know, the wig came off or whatever. You don't know where she's at. The boy is missing. Little boy missing. But I don't see a whole bunch of tears. I just didn't. And I'm going to tell y'all something. And I was telling my girlfriends this when we went out to eat on Sunday. Anybody that know me, my son's name is Eric. Let Eric be missing. Or he called me and he said, you know, he on the phone like, Mom, somebody, they after me, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, I don't hear anything. Y'all, listen. You would not be able to contain me. Because first of all, the tears that will be coming out of my eyes and the craziness that I would be feeling, I wouldn't feel like talking to no news media. And if I did talk to the media, I would probably be so inconsolable, y'all wouldn't even know what I would be talking about. So when I saw the mother talking, I was just thinking a little bit. Because you got one daughter. Hey, Rob, I was not ignoring your call. I was sick last week. You got one daughter and you got one son. And your one daughter is missing. And the whole universe now knows about, because I got friends in Africa, they know about it. The whole universe knows about your daughter. And you can't squeeze out but about 2 tears? The father wasn't crying. I didn't see the brother. Somebody said they saw the brother. I didn't see that interview. But when I saw that, I said, something ain't right. Something not right. Because a black mother, if your child is missing for real, oh, you're going to fight the universe and they're going to find your child. Like I told you, let Eric be missing. And Eric is 27. Y'all going to find Eric. You're going to find him. And I'm going to be right in the front. When you told me to go sit down over there, we got it. No, you ain't got it because I have to go and see if you got it. Okay? I got to go and see if you got it. That's my sign. But I didn't feel that from her. I didn't feel it. Then I go on Instagram. And Instagram is actually the new news. We don't have to turn on the news anymore. Just go to Instagram. Everything's on there. So I go to Instagram. And somebody said, now y'all don't take my word for it. I'm just telling you what I heard. Somebody said that the mother, the father, and the son knew what was going on. I said, I might need to baptize the whole family tonight. I might need to baptize the whole family. They said the mother, the father, and the son. Then, someone, because y'all know Lady J know everybody, right? Somebody reached out. They said, Lady J, I know the whole family. It's not what you think. And I'm not even going to tell you what they said because, you know, that's alleged stuff right there. But they said it ain't what it is. And I'm going to tell you something. It's too many little things. You know how you be putting a puzzle together? And it seems like it's always one piece of that puzzle that it just ain't fitting. Like, you can't get that puzzle together. And I said, something, man, in this picture ain't right. Now, I looked on her Facebook page. She's a beautiful girl. She beautiful. And then they had a family portrait on there. Beautiful family. But something ain't right. Something is not right. So then I looked at the family on one of those morning shows, Robin Roberts, whatever show that is, because I don't even watch them shows, but I was watching because I was really intrigued with the story with Carly Russell. What he said, you a spiritual detective? I haven't heard that one before though. Listen. I think it's the mother in me. I think that's what it is, Gemini. It's the mother in me. Because like I said, listen, you don't mess with a black woman's child. You just don't. You just don't. And so the thing about it, they were on Carly's mother and father were on, I forgot what morning show it was, but they were on a morning show. Once again, you're on the morning show, and I'm going to get to how she got home and all of that. But this is after the fact. Now your daughter's home. And they said, we can't talk about it because, I guess they got an attorney now. So I think the attorney must have told them, y'all, listen, this ain't looking right, so y'all let me handle this. That's what I get paid for. So, again, they're on the morning show. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's been, and I'm sure any mother or father can attest to this, it's been things that have happened to your children, and it tore you up. And even when you may think about it later on, or you may talk about it after the fact, the tears still kind of come. You still feel that pain because you weren't there to console your child. Once again, the father, no tears. Okay, this is after the fact when she came home. Now that was a traumatic ordeal. Not only for Carly and for the little boy that went. Listen, y'all know where the little boy at? Because I don't know where he at. They said it was a little boy, but listen. We all can come up with stuff in our imagination. So she said she seen a little boy. I'm gonna leave it alone. But it was a traumatic situation. She, her seeing a little boy with no clothes on the beltway and all this kind of stuff, and the people who kidnapped her. Her mother said she was abducted and all this kind of stuff. So if you know all of this has happened to your child and you still don't have no tears, not even on the morning show, after the fact when your daughter came home, that's a red flag for me. Something ain't right. Something's not right. So let's go through this. Cause see, I don't have no problem baptizing this little girl, because I think if they had maybe baptized her, when she was younger, she might not be in this little predicament she in now, because she done got herself into some trouble. And I said, this is the thing, honey. If you was trying to get some attention, you got it now from the police department. So anyway, Carly was gone for 49 hours. Now, for those of us who are parents and we love our children, all of that, 49 hours, your child is gone. And you only got about 2 tears. Let's keep going. And so they said she went missing for 49 hours after calling 911 to report that a toddler was walking alone on the side of the highway. Now, how many of y'all know what a highway looks like? Y'all have highways where you live at? Because we got plenty of them here in Maryland. It ain't no way in the world that a 2-year-old is going to be walking on the highway. Because I've had a child. I babysat. How many of y'all had children? Do you believe that your 2-year-old is going to be walking on the highway And they just gonna keep walking straight down the highway. They not gonna try to cross the street. They not gonna try to go over here. They not gonna stand still and look around. They not gonna be running and jumping. They're that disciplined that they just gonna walk us straight. That man said 6 football fields. The way what she described to the police said it was an equivalent of 6 football fields that this child had walked. That's why I'm baptizing her tonight. So anyway, she called 911 because she saw the little young man, little boy walking on the highway. And let me tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all this secret right here. Them police officers ain't believe nothing that girl said, but they just went along with it. They was like, we gonna go ahead on with her story, and then we'll be back next week. He probably told all of the officers in the unit, let's just go along with the story. We'll be back next week to get them the real story, because we know wasn't no little boy out on that highway, 2 years old, walking. And on top of that, it was getting dark. Carly, stop it. So anyway, so that's what happened. And she was missing for 49 hours. So then, the whole time she's missing, they got all different kinds of search parties out here looking for this girl, looking for this little boy, because everything immediately went to, it was probably, he was probably like a, what is it called? Like, it was like a trap, and they used the little boy as a decoy, and that she was probably sex trafficked. So that's what everybody's mind went to. Even though I thought she's a little old, but that's what everybody's mind went to. So anyway, then all of a sudden, this past Saturday night, they said that was I'm sorry, Saturday, July 15th. July 15th. They said it was Saturday, July 15th at 10:40. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this. 10:45 p.m. Carly Russell came home on foot. That's what they got in the police report. This was 49 hours after she was missing. And we still don't know where she was at. We still don't know. And her mom said on the that morning show that she immediately called the police. So they said the mom called them right at 10:45, and she told the police and officers, everybody, that Carly was home. And then the paramedics came out to take a look at her, and they took her to the hospital so she could be evaluated. And the news reporter was asking the mom, what did... See, this what I'm talking about. Listen to this. The lady said, what did you do when Carly came home? So her mother said, I tried to hug her, but I let her go because, she needed her space or whatever. Once again, if your child is missing, you're going to just like, let me just let you have your space. Listen, parents will be all over their child, hugging them, kissing them, looking down at their feet. You don't have no shoes on, your head, your wig is gone. What happened with asking 1,000 questions? These people cool as a cucumber. Called the paramedics. Let her go head on with the paramedics. Gave her a little hug. Hi, Dr. Leslie. And I guess they must have went on in there and watched the news like the rest of us. It ain't making sense to me. The math is not mathing in this situation. It's not. Now, Carly is 25 years old. She's a nursing student, okay? And looks like they have a really beautiful home, very well-to-do. She was driving a Mercedes-Benz. And what was going on in this young lady's head that she just did something like this? I don't know. Nobody seems to know. But this was the other thing. These are the clues, right? These are the clues. And you ain't got to be no rocket scientist to figure out that she was telling a lie. So they said, when they went through her phone and everything, That's why you gotta be careful what you're doing on your phone. They went through her phone. She had looked up how much is it, or no, she said, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? Now, from what we know, there are no children in the home, toddlers. Carly doesn't have a child. Why are you trying? Was it a homework assignment, Carly? What was going on? And then she said, oh yeah. She wanted to know about some bus information to go to Birmingham. Where you going, Carly? Where you going at? The bus? And then Birmingham, they said, is about 10 miles from Hoover. I've been to both of those places. And then there's a show that Liam Neeson, movie, not a show, a movie, and the movie's really good, that Liam Neeson is in. It's called Taken, about his daughter being missing. Why was she researching that movie? What was you doing, Carly? Again, was this a homework assignment? You're a nursing student, so I don't know why it would be a homework assignment, but okay, girl. That's what they said she was doing. Looking up all of this stuff on her phone. So see, this is when the math starts mathing, okay? You're looking up. Do you have to pay for an Amber Alert? Bing! 1 plus 1. Then she's asking, how far is the Birmingham bus station, or how much are the tickets to get there? This is when we can start adding stuff up, when it's making sense. And then she's watching the movie Taken. Now, all of that to me comes back to kidnapping, running away, getting into some type of illegal activity. That's when the math starts mathing for me. Because the baby walking down the highway with a diaper and no shoes, and have y'all walked on my feet walking outside to take Coco with no shoes on? You don't know what you're walking on. This little baby was walking with no Carly, you better stop. You better stop. And so now everybody, yesterday, whoa. And see, she continued on to tell the police that she escaped her kidnappers. She had to fight to get away. She had her lip was busted. Did she hit herself in the lip? I don't know where. Maybe the little boy must have hit her when she was trying to pick him up when they was running. And then, so y'all, yesterday, and we already knew it was coming, because see, we had already figured it out. You ain't got to be smarter than a 5th grader to figure this one out. So we had already figured out, Carly, you ain't telling the truth. You are not telling the truth. So yesterday, that's why I said I couldn't hold it in anymore. I had to just go ahead. Hey, Tanika, I said I had to just go ahead and just, I had to just say something. Yesterday, the police said they was trying to meet with her attorneys because this math ain't mathing, and something is we done already figured out that you're lying. We just waiting for you to come forth, but we want to talk to you, your mother, and your father. So all of a sudden, now they have an attorney. And it's good. You should have an attorney. Because you know why? Because your daughter is getting ready to go to jail. Prison. Because she had all of these people. They said it was so many different organizations out there looking for her. And there was so much money put out looking for her. And there's so many people whose children are missing. And you got people out here looking for you, and you chilling probably at a hotel eating popcorn. So anyway, yesterday, the police came to the podium. And they already said what we already knew. She said, I lied. Now, Carly, why you do that? Why did you do that, Carly? She told her lawyer that she lied. And the police was saying, look, I want to talk to Carly. I want to talk to the mother. I want to talk to the father. Because I told you the mother, like, she was squeezing them tears out. She was trying to get them out. Maybe she don't. Some people don't have tears. They don't have tears. I don't know. But anyway, this is what she said through the lawyer. This is why I'm baptizing her tonight. Because, see, she said she's very sorry that she fabricated the disappearance of this little boy, now that we know it was not a little boy, which captured national attention and prompted a flurry of search efforts. She said she also faked, F-A-K-E-D, which we already knew. She faked the entire ordeal. She was not abducted, as she said. And she did not see a toddler on the side of the road. That's why I'm baptizing her tonight. Because, Carly, I knew a couple days after I heard the story that you wasn't telling the truth. Because, again, you should have made him a little bit older. You said a 2-year-old. Now, if you had said 11 or 12-year-old, they walking down the highway, I probably would have believed you. But 2-year-olds, you talking about this, and see that it shows us too that you've never had any children. A 2-year-old ain't gonna walk a straight line, sweetie, on no highway. And that 2-year-old would have been hit several times because they don't know what they're doing. But we let you go ahead with the story. So then the police was like, we're trying to talk to the mother. But the attorney said at this point in time, just talk to him. And that's probably best because it seemed like don't nobody in that family know how to tell the truth. And so the lawyer said, listen, right now, and see, this is, let me straighten up in this chair. This is the thing. Y'all did a GoFundMe, or whoever did the GoFundMe. Where's that money at? Give them people their money back. This is why I don't give all the time. I really don't. Because you never know, what's going on. People can say whatever about me. I don't really care. Shut up. But, they did this GoFundMe for them and this and that. And so you got that going on. You're coming before the media when she was missing and you didn't know where she was and you wanted all of us to be involved and wherever we at, share her picture, do this and that. Now we get on this part of the story where your daughter is saying, I lied about everything. I lied about it. And the lawyer said, look, all we want y'all to do right now, he's talking to the whole universe. All we want you to do right now is pray for Carly. As she addresses her, this is what he said, as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake. That is not a mistake. You want me to tell you what a mistake is? A mistake is like, yesterday I had a doctor's appointment and I made a mistake. Instead of putting it down for yesterday, I put it down for today. That's a mistake. A mistake is when I had ordered my food and the lady put it on the lady's porch next door because she couldn't read the address or she thought she was at the right house. That's a mistake. But you're saying that you made a mistake when you sat in your car. And even leading up to you sitting in the car, you had already researched all these different things. And then you sat in your car, you went and got some food, you sat in your car, and you decided, let me stop on this part of the highway and let me call 911 and talk to them and talk about this imaginary little boy that's walking down the road. That's not a mistake. That's a plan. That's something that what's the word I'm looking for? What's that word, y'all? That's the word that, what's the word I'm looking for? You had already planned that. This is all pre-planned, right? Premeditated. Thank you, Dr. Porter. That was premeditated. You already knew what you was doing. That's not a mistake. And it's a lot of people out here who have children that are missing. Their children are missing. They're going to bed at nighttime, don't know where their children at. Little children, big children. People got parents that's missing, and you're sitting in your BMW with some food, like you making a movie for Tubi, and you sitting there talking about, oh yeah, the little boy, he's walking and he just got a diaper on, he don't have no shoes on, and I'm a Listen, attorney, and the attorney know that's not a mistake either. So don't use that word mistake. And she ended, and this is what, she wanted her attorney to read, and ended by saying in the letter that she's asking for everybody's forgiveness. Now, we're going to forgive you, Carly. But we see. Oh, and this is the other thing she put in there, which is very, very important. She put in the letter that she did not receive any help with this hoax, none at all, and that she had not been at a hotel with anyone from the time that she disappeared. So this is something that she concocted and planned all on her own. And I think we got to try to figure out what in the world was going on in this child's life that she felt like she had to do something like this. And I just got to put social media in there just a little bit, because these kids get so caught up in doing all kinds of things for likes, for views, for this, for that, to be seen, to be noticed and recognized. And now look at you. You're a nursing student and your career is over. Okay? Ain't nobody gonna want you coming in there and you couldn't be my mother's nurse. No, because the moment you told me my mother had disappeared, girl, I'll have you up under that table. And I won't be praying for you, but you'll be up under that table. Because you got something too much going on up there. So, anyway, oh, this was the part I had left out too. When she called 911, she had also called a family member to tell them, and this is the thing, like, it was really, she planned it very well. She really, instead of being a nursing student, maybe she should be a writer, try to do movies or scripts or plays or something like that. But they said she called her family member, right? And she was, this is the part that got me, right? She called the family member, and she was telling the family member the same thing she told the 911 person. Then at one point, the family member said she was talking, and all of a sudden she heard Carly screaming. And so that's why the family member was like, oh my goodness, like they're thinking somebody kidnapped her or something like that. And that was the last time they heard anything from her. The last thing they heard from Carly was her screaming. Carly Russell, I'm going to baptize you tonight. And the thing is, the attorney can only hold the police off for so long. But that chief of police, first of all, I like that pink jacket he had on at the first, because my favorite color is pink. At the first press conference, he had a pink jacket on. The second press conference, I don't know if it was purple or a kind of bluish color. I said, I like these little outfits that he be wearing. But he just is cool, because he already know that pretty soon, and he just is cool. He just waiting. He like, okay, well, we'll talk to the attorney. Whenever he said, we can talk. But she actually had told the police officers, and see, again, you lied to the police, because she told the police that she was forced from her car into an 18-wheeler. So of course they looking for an 18-wheeler truck. I wonder how many people they pulled over who was driving an 18-wheeler truck. And then she turns around and say, oh, you know, and then after that was in the 18-wheeler truck, then they put me in the car. Now, how many people was pulled over, you know, like just all of the stuff that this young lady has put people through. All of this she done put people through. The Cartier saying, that movie would not work. I hear you, brother. You know, all of the stuff that she put people through, only to say that she was lying. So we waiting. We sitting back waiting. Like we've been waiting. Because I think after a while, everybody had kind of figured out, like, you know what, this ain't making no sense. Like, the little boy on the highway, this ain't making sense. So anyway, that's the story of Carlee Russell. So Carlee Russell, I have to baptize you tonight. And I'm going to have to baptize them parents too, because like I said, I don't know, maybe they cry behind closed doors, and you know, when you get in public, you don't want to cry, but I'm going to tell you something. Anybody whose child is missing and you love your child, you can't contain them tears. Whether you in the public, stand in front of the president or whatever, you're going to scream and cry out. Especially with this elaborate story that she done told. I'm like, but I guess, listen, maybe I'm the only one that go crazy. That would go crazy if my child was missing for 49 hours. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I don't know. But let mine be missing. Y'all be like, oh, I ain't never seen Lady J act like that. You want to see a whole new animal. And then we have the lady who lied about the lottery ticket. Y'all, again. Woo! Jesus be offense. Now this lady, where was this at? It was a 1.8 billion. Y'all hear what I'm saying? I can't even imagine what that even looks like. 1.8 billion Powerball jackpot. Okay, I'm trying to find out where, because this just happened. Where was this at? Oh, Miami. Is that it? Wait, let me make sure that's the right. Let me make sure I'm giving y'all the right place. I want to say it was Miami. But anyway, and you know the store owner actually, they get money too. When they went, no, it was California. That's what it was. It was not Miami. But anyway, so I was watching, because I'm always watching stuff, and it popped up on my Instagram page, and this lady, she was running and crying and crying. First I thought it was, you know, like a prank or something. You know how they be making all these reels and everything. And then you hear the reporter say, was it you? Was it you? Was it you? Y'all, when she turned around and she saw all of those reporters, this woman got in her car, went to the store, because I guess she heard on the news that that particular store had a lottery winner, but the person had not claimed their prize. But they did give the store owners their check, and you know they give them those big checks, and they was standing outside, you know, holding the checks. So after a while, old girl showed up, right? She's claiming that she's the ticket holder for the 1.8 billion Powerball ticket for the store, right? She in there, she got her back turned. She in there hugging the store owners. She hugging this person. She hugging. All of a sudden, when she turned around, y'all, it was a slew of reporters behind her, and she got so nervous. She was so nervous, and the reporters was trying to talk to her. They was like, was it you? Was it you? How you feel? You know, they asking her all these different questions. She put her hands up in her face. She was crying, screaming, running, because she lied. I said, what is going on with people? And she wasn't, she was an old sister. I'm talking about maybe like, she probably was in her 50s. I'm going to give her maybe like early 50s, late 40s, early 50s. I'm not sure. But she wasn't no teenager. And she had the nerve to get in her car and drive to the store. Now, what was going through your mind as you're driving to the store, knowing that you ain't win no Powerball ticket? You know you're not the $1.8 billion winner, but you're going to drive yourself to the store and you're going to claim the ticket and you're being congratulated, and you don't see nothing wrong with that. And they said if the woman claimed herself as a winner, she should understand she would have to endure a lengthy verification process. And that process can take months and includes the assistance of law enforcement officials. Now she's in trouble. And then the store owner, it says the store owner's granddaughter later said they found out that the woman was not actually the winner of the jackpot, and the actual winner had not even come forth yet. What is going on? They said if someone files a false claim and is caught during the verification process, they can face felony charges. Sometimes the verification process can take months. It took officials 3 months to verify this other guy out there. He won $2.4 billion. And so, now they looking for this lady. She in trouble. You know what? When y'all, let me tell you something. This is why I have to baptize people. When you wake up in the morning, fall on your knees. Stop sitting up here plotting and planning. Y'all going to sleep plotting and planning what you going to do today. Get up in the morning and fall on your knees and pray. Maybe that'll help you not to lie and come up with these elaborate schemes about somebody walking on the highway and you won the lottery ticket. You sitting there drinking your coffee and all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, let me go over there and say I won the lottery ticket. You're not even thinking the plan through. You're not even thinking about the fact that you're going to do some time for what you just did. This is why we got to keep praying. This is why we got to keep praying. Because, and like I said, she old. You know better. You know better. And then was running. Y'all go look up when they don't know her name, you know. Was running, I mean, hall-tailing across the street because the reporters was on her so much. And she said, oh, no, please, I can't do this, sir. I can't do it, please. Oh, now you can't do it, but you was in your car drinking. Da-dee-da-dee-da. Let me get to this store and claim this ticket. You did all of that. But when the reporters got up in your face, then you running across the street. You couldn't run fast enough to the car. This is why it's something called therapy and medication, and some of y'all need to take it. And then some of y'all need to take therapy to medication and walk with some paperwork. So we can understand that the reason you acting the way you do is because of this. Because everything ain't mental illness. Some of y'all just lie. It ain't mental illness. It ain't got nothing to do with mental illness. You're lying. And you want to be on the front. You want to be up front. You want to be seen. You want to be noticed. You want to be recognized. Well, here you go. And they put her on Front Street. Now she's seen all over the place. And it says, and they don't know her name, but guess what? They got that video of her, and they went in her face like this. So we know exactly what she looked like, sister, out there in California. Lord help her. They said the woman was hysterical, and I saw that when she was running. They said, and this article says the Powerball, she was a fraud who just wanted to be on TV. Because a real winner has not claimed the prize. And this is coming from the store owner's family. And this was out in California, Las Palmitas Mini Mart in East LA. And this looks like a little poor area out in LA. But they don't know who this woman was, but they do have a picture. And you know them police. Oh, I can't. Oh, that's right. I'm not on my platform. I was about to play the video. I forgot I'm not on there. But let me see if y'all can hear what she's saying. Let me see if I can play it. Or is that just a picture? Oh, no, that's the picture. Yeah, that's the picture. That lady said, she said, please, please, please. Let me see. I could probably play it on here. Hold on. She said, please, please, please. Oh, here it is right here. Because, you know, sometimes you just got to go get a job and go to work. And stop sitting up here scamming and all this kind of stuff, all this foolishness. Let me see if I can play it.
And share, can you believe that one person in the entire nation holds the winning billion-dollar Powerball ticket? And the store that sold that ticket is right behind me, the Las Palmitas Mini Market, right here in downtown Los Angeles.
This was the winner? Listen at her.
Why is this woman overcome with emotion? Does she hold the winning Powerball ticket worth more than $1 billion?
Now she's running from the camera.
Can we talk to you for just a second? Hey, wait a second. Hang on.
Honey, I can't. I'm scared.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Whatever the case, the California Lottery says it won't know the winner until that person comes forward to claim the prize. We do know the magical piece of paper.
Look, she said, no. Hey, sis. She said, no, honey, I'm scared. This is what she was telling the reporters. You scared now, right? Mm-hmm. But you wasn't scared when you put that key in the car and drove over to the store and said you was the Powerball winner. And they was congratulating her. And then when she that was in California, LA. And when she turned around and saw, it was funny, but not funny, because she did not see all of those reporters behind her. And when she turned around and seen those reporters, she took off like lightning. So, listen, I'm going to have to baptize her. I don't know her name. Let me look at her face again, because she looked old enough to know better. Let me go back to this.
Was sold at Las...
She looked old enough to know better. Let me look at that face again.
Person comes forward to claim the prize. We do know the magical piece of paper was sold at Las Palmitas Mini Market in downtown Los Angeles. The owners are also winners, set to receive a bonus of $1 million from the state lottery.
Yeah, the store owners, they got $1 million. And he said he's just going to take his little million and go on vacation. Let me look at her face again, because she's too old to be doing this.
Hey, wait. Can we talk to you for just a second? Hey, wait a second. Hang on.
Honey, I can't. I'm scared.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Whatever the case,
Now, listen to this. Now, she's saying she just won $1.8 billion. What you scared of? Because they asked you, was it you? You scared of the question? You scared of the money? You left your check? Child, you forgot your ticket? Like, what's going on? You got up and got in the car because you realized you won this $1.8 billion, but you forgot and left the ticket at home. Now you get to the place, and the reporters is asking, is it you? Now you're talking about you scared. What are you scared of? She got a hat on that says psychedelic water. I think there's a little bit of psychosis going on with her. So I just had to come on and baptize these people. And we got to pray for LeBron James' son, too, because LeBron James' son, we just got to send up a prayer for him, because Bronny was rushed to the ICU for cardiac arrest. This boy's only 18 years old. Cardiac arrest. They said LeBron is scared, and his mother and his wife is scared and devastated. But yeah, little Bronny, and you know I follow them because I'm a basketball mom. But he passed out, and he went into cardiac arrest. So we gotta keep the little guy in prayer. I know that he's been working out for basketball, and basketball is grueling. I remember all the stuff they put my son through, and I used to be so mad, like, he got to do, but it teaches them discipline and endurance, and that's why they do that. So, you know, that is not for everybody. It is hard. It is really, really hard. So we got to keep this young man in prayer, like 18 years old. And see this, again, thank you. This is what I'm talking about. Their son went into cardiac arrest. LeBron James, he can't even talk. He's so overcome with pain and everything over his son. Him and his wife can't even talk. They just so overcome and overwhelmed with emotions. They can't even talk. That's what I'm talking about. That's what happens to parents when something happens to your child. That's what happens to you. Like, you just so overcome with emotion. You can't talk. You don't want to talk to no reporters. This man, he talked to reporters all the time, but he ain't talked to them this time because you know why? He was focused on his son, and he can't. Like, they was just saying he messed up right now because he worried about his son. And that's what I was saying about going back to Carlee Russell. When mom could only squeeze out 2 tears. Like, something ain't right. Your daughter's been missing. Going to 49 hours and you don't have no tears. Like, something ain't right with that. Something ain't right with that. You should have been so overcome with emotions. Because they don't know where your child is at. And the last thing y'all heard was that the girl was screaming. So we don't know what happened to her. But you can't quite get them tears out. That just bothered me. That really bothered me. But anyway, let's pray for Bronny. He a handsome little boy. Real handsome little boy. You know, and LeBron has done, I've been watching LeBron since he came out of high school and got drafted. And he's done an amazing job with his children, still married to his high school sweetheart and all of that. And, you know, they showing pictures of him going into the hospital to see his son, and all the reporters, all they kept saying was that he's just overcome with emotion, like they've never seen LeBron like that, because LeBron is always like this rock. But when it comes to your children, you could be as strong as an ox. When it comes to your children and something happens to your children and it's devastating, listen. There's no, you don't know what you might do. You just don't know. But to not cry, what Dr. Leslie says, she might be a psychopath. They don't have emotion. Oh no, Dorothy said that. You're right. Because I'm telling y'all, and I know I said this before, and y'all know how I am about my son. But there ain't no way he gonna be missing for 49 hours. And as much as y'all see me on the camera, y'all probably wouldn't even see me on the camera at all, because they would be picking me up off the floor. If the last I heard was, and as a matter of fact, to be totally honest with y'all, and I wasn't even Lady J at this time. It was a year before I started doing all of this Lady J stuff. I don't even like really talking about it, and that's what I'm saying too. Like, even after the fact, and I that was like in 2018. It's still hard for me to talk about without tears coming to my eyes. And that's what I'm saying about this girl's mother. Like, how you standing there, how you just having a conversation? Oh yeah, she came back home, and you know we can't talk about everything because she just got, like, something ain't right. Because you that pain don't go away like that. It don't. And you know, like I said, even with me, because something happened with my son in 2018. He had a severe asthma attack, and he was asking for help, begging the man to call 911. And he had the asthma attack in New Jersey while it was after a game, and they were at the hotel, and he was so disoriented because of the attack, and he was losing consciousness. And he was begging the man at the desk to help him. And I heard him. He kept saying, "Sir, please help me. Please help me. I can't breathe. I'm losing my breath." I'm down here in Maryland. I'm on the phone screaming, going crazy. I got the other phone calling his dad. I don't even like talking about this. Like, that was the worst day of my life. To hear somebody, the guy told he told my son, call 911 yourself. Because he assumed that my son was drunk. Just because he's a black young man up in a white area, he assumed that my son was drunk. And my son ended up passing out, losing consciousness, losing his body fluids, and almost died. And it was only for the grace of God that I had that coach's phone number in my phone. And I called the coach and I said, please, I don't know where Eric is at, but can you run through that hotel and look for my son? Because I don't know where he is. But somebody, whoever it is, they're not helping him. And by the time he got there, Eric had passed out. When I got up there, and when I tell you, I cried from Maryland all the way up to New Jersey. It was no consoling me in the car. You can't console me. Because my son might be dead when I get to New Jersey. Because the last I heard was him falling on the floor. So there's no consoling me in that moment. As much as my friends in the car was trying to do that. And when I got there and saw my son, it was no consoling me. None. Just tell me what are we doing? What are we doing? Is he gonna make it? Is he not? Like, what are we doing? It's no consoling me in that moment. And some of y'all probably remember that because I actually went on a live and I was just like, please pray for. Like, I didn't know what else to do because the condition that he was in when I saw him was not good because he had lost a lot of oxygen to the brain. So when I say when you are a mother or a parent and you got a child and something happens to your child, you don't just stand there like, oh yeah, well, yeah, she just came home. I didn't want to touch her. I just, let them take her. You don't be doing all of that. You hysterical. That's why I said in this situation right here, something ain't right. Something ain't right, Carly Russell, mother, father, whatever y'all name, Mr. And the father ain't never cried. Never cried. I done seen men cry over their children, cry over graves. I don't understand this family. I don't understand it. And when I went on their Facebook pages, like, they got beautiful pictures, but pictures, we all can take a picture. But something is not right. And again, kind of explain some stuff too. It's a disconnect there with them and their daughter. Because if everything was on the up and up and they had the kind of relationship that they were supposed to have, they would have picked up on the fact that maybe their daughter got a little problem. Because I'm pretty sure this ain't the first time that she done acted out. This ain't the first time. She done some other stuff. They just ignored it. She done some other stuff. And I think that there's some kind of disconnect with this girl and her parents. And I'm not blaming her parents, but when I see how her parents act, emotionless, or you're trying to, you're trying to bring up some of them emotions. Like, when I see that, I'm kind of like, something ain't right. Something ain't right. You can give your kids the most beautiful home, BMW, whatever car she was driving. No, she had a Mercedes. You can do all these things, but if you don't love them and you don't tune into them and you're not paying attention to what they're doing and you're not pouring into their spirit, the child can do anything. Anything. And so, even though I'm baptizing this girl, we still got to pray for her. Because something ain't right up here. And she's a beautiful girl. But that's why I be telling my son, don't worry about that beauty on the outside. You better figure out if they got something inside of their brain. That's what you better be focusing on. What is inside of their head? Because anybody can look beautiful. But, you know, we still got to pray for the family because, as I said, something is not right with the mother. The mother, something ain't right. And listen, I just be watching people. And the body language, you know, tells you a lot. I was looking at the body language, the eye movement, the head, and all of that. Y'all go back and look at them videos and see what I'm talking about. Something ain't right. Because I know some of these people that's on this screen that's watching me. And I know how they are about their children. Let their children be missing 4 hours. Let the children be missing and you don't know where they at. I know some of these people on this screen, they going to tear Baltimore City up. And you going to find out where their child is at. I know them. But to be gone for 49 hours. Oh, Lord Jesus. Lord Jesus. We just got to pray. That's all we can do. But I'm going to baptize her. I'm going to pray for that little girl. I'm going to pray that she gets some help, the help that she needs. That she gets the help that she needs. And that, you know, God will intervene and help this family. All right, so everybody have a good night. I got to go because I got a busy day tomorrow. But I just had to come on and baptize her because I ain't understand none of what was going on. But anyway, y'all don't forget the talk show Saturday night, 8 o'clock. Doors open at 7 o'clock. Tickets are free. Come on in. If you forget your ticket, just come on down there. Don't be worrying about all of that. Just come on down there. Anyway, I'm getting ready to go. I'm going to finish my smoothie. And I'm done talking about Carlee Russell. We're going to come back for the follow-up. Because I told you that man, I can't remember his name, but he had that pink the pink blazer on, and then he had the little purple, whatever. He cool as a cucumber. I like him, though. He cool, little white guy, the older white guy. He cool as can be. He just like, and we're going to wait till we come back. We want to talk to the family, but we just wait for the attorney. Because like I said, he already knew she wasn't telling the truth. He was just waiting for us, you know, everything to catch up. So anyway, y'all have a good night. I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.